Heading into week number 10, Isaiah and the Cleveland Browns are facing the Seattle Seahawks. And if you know anything about Isaiah's career, his rookie season, he lost to the Seahawks in the Super Bowl when he played for the Patriots. And he's been all about revenge against the Seahawks at this point. Now, he's got some things to do. Last week, he had over 100 yards rushing with 1 touchdown. But we're going to focus on boosting up our attributes. So our trucking goes up to an 82 overall. We're going to move all the way down here to our catching traffic and boost it up as well. Our route running needs to go up. And now we are sitting at a 97 overall. Now, Isaiah's stats, they've been on fire so far this year. 963 rushing yards. We look at our receiving touchdowns, and we're actually doing pretty well. We're here at 6 receiving touchdowns, over 500 receiving yards in the season. The dream, as you guys know, for this year is 2,000 rushing yards and 1,000 receiving yards in the same season. No one has ever done that in the history of the NFL, and this is a game that we want to show our stuff off. This is a game that we want to make sure we get revenge, and most importantly, we want to get that W. Now, a horrible punt here by the punter. Isaiah's going to field this one, spins around, and, well, literally goes nowhere. So his first touch of the ball game, not as good as we would have hoped to see it. Now here in the 35, Isaiah gets a hands-off, bounces to the left-hand side. He's got one guy in front of him, he jumps over Earl Thomas. Isaiah is going to put on the afterburners. Richard Sherman is not fast enough, and Isaiah takes this one to the house. His very first carry of the game goes completely opposite of how that punt return goes. He gets over 1,000 rushing yards on that play, and what a ridiculous hurdle. We haven't really seen too many hurdles from Isaiah King so far in season number 4, but you know what? I think they just might be back. Now, a horrible pass here by Bofelli on 2nd and 13, and unfortunately, that's going to lead us here to 3rd and 13. So on the 15, Isaiah's staying in a block. He throws one to, looks like Isaiah's going to catch it, moves to the right-hand side, trying to get a first down. Isaiah's going to bounce out of bounds and does get the first down. The game is tied up at 7-7 at this point. Seattle made a couple of moves on their offensive drives, but Isaiah says, don't worry, I'm putting the team on my back, and I'm going to keep getting first downs for the squad. So the end of the first quarter, a play action fake by Bofelli. He goes deep. We've got Funches wide open, and Funches for Bunches is going to catch that one. Gets dropped at the 15, and Bofelli with a nice throw to get us down here in the red zone. Now Isaiah's carried the left-hand side. Doesn't really go anywhere we want it to go. 4 rushes and 77 yards in the day. That's a crazy average, but we've got to do some more work. And Bofelli's rolling up here on 3rd and 3. He gets sacked, and unfortunately, we have to settle for a field goal here. But wait, how did we get 9 points? Apparently, our kicker missed the field goal. Seattle got the ball. We got a safety. And now we have the ball back with 1:45 left in the first half. Now Isaiah, the left-hand side, spins in between 2 defenders, but unfortunately for him, he gets stuck right there and gets lifted up and smashed to the ground. Now 1st and 10, a little pass across the middle to Corey Coleman. Corey Coleman showing off the shifty moves, getting down past the 50. Now Bofelli's back again. This time he's going to find Huff. Huff's going to make a guy miss, goes down nearly to the first down marker, but they drop him at the 39. Now 2nd and short, we hand it off to Isaiah. He's going to make a couple guys move here. He's going to try to carry them through and gets dropped at the 30. But wait, they're saying a flag on the play. Unfortunately for us, it's going to be a block in the back. James Stone, what are you doing? That's extra laps for you at practice. Now 1st and 10 with 30 seconds left. Isaiah to the halfback screen. Finds some room here, gets the first down, and gets dropped by Cam Chancellor at the 21. So we're nearly in the red zone. We have 2 timeouts. Now we're down to 1 timeout with 21 seconds left. Can Isaiah get open? And he can. Isaiah with a nice little catch there across the middle. Gets completely destroyed on that one. They drop him at the 4. We have 16 seconds left, no timeouts, and Hugh Jackson calls the last one. So on the 4, we're going to try and get into the end zone here. If we don't, we can still kick a field goal. But this one's going to happen. Isaiah gets wrapped up. All we've got to do is do a hurry up here. Spike the ball, Bofelli. All you got to do with 5 seconds left is spike the ball. So Bofelli's under center, and he decides to throw it. He throws it all the way out of bounds. Bofelli, what are you doing? What team are you playing for? So going into the second half, we have a 9-7 lead. Isaiah started the game off with a bang, but really the Cleveland Browns offense hasn't been all that great. Luckily, our defense, though, has been stepping up huge. Now, Isaiah's first carry here in the second half goes for 3 yards on that play, nearly at 90 yards so far in the day. Another run up here in the middle. Isaiah's got plenty of room. The blocking by 67 doesn't happen. We do hit 100 yards rushing on that play. A big game so far here in the second half. Now 2nd and 7, Bofelli across middle. Corey Coleman again. This dude is not afraid to go across the middle and catch the tough passes. Now on the 38, a little bit of a counter here. Isaiah's going to try to break the tackle, but the big fella destroys him, and we're still stuck at 100 yards. Things are not looking super good for us. Now 5 minutes left, Isaiah up the middle again. This Seahawks defense is ready in the interior defense. They're not letting anything really good up the middle. Now going to the halfback screen on 35. It worked earlier, but this time we're going to get dropped shy of the marker. So Richard Sherman with a big tackle there with an assist by Bobby Wagner. Isaiah's a little frustrated. We do kick the field goal and we get that. But look at how Isaiah started and look how he's been since. Not really all that great here. We have got to step it up. This is a revenge game. This is our rival. We have to do something major here. Now Isaiah with a great move. Isaiah drops 2 defenders with 1 juke. He's going to go all the way to the house here. That is a huge touchdown. 69 yards in that play. One of the best runs Isaiah's had. Look at this. Not as good as that hurdle run, but he drops 2 defenders with a single speed juke. That's exactly what we needed from Isaiah King. puts the team on his back. Richard Sherman's running after him. Lucky for us, Richard Sherman didn't do a late hit and throw us to the ground like he did that kicker and that receiver. So things are looking good now. We're up 19-14. 6 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. All we have to do is give Isaiah the rock and let him go to work. So with 5:25 left to run up the middle here, Isaiah's going to try to find some room, but again, the interior part of the defensive line for the Seahawks is just too good. Now Bofelli here in 2nd and 10, goes to throw one to the right-hand side. This one is going to be incomplete. And what's happening, they actually pull Isaiah out of the game there. So Seahawks get the ball back, they score, and here we are. But look at this beautiful spin move by Isaiah, the veteran move to try and stay in bounds, and the referee says he actually does. They can't believe it. The Seahawks are forced to call a timeout. It was the minute 53. We're in a good position, but we need to score, and we need to score as much as we possibly can. And a halfback screen to Isaiah on the left-hand side. He tries to truck a defender, and whoa. That's a big hit by Cam Chancellor. That's a big dude. Cam Chancellor is like 6'4", 230, 240, and he hit Isaiah with all 240 pounds there. Now on the 15 with a minute 45 left, we're going to bounce it out to the left-hand side, and no one is there. Isaiah goes into the end zone completely untouched. That is a huge touchdown that extends the lead. And with the Seahawks having burned the timeouts earlier, we're sorry about their luck, but they're going to walk out of here with the loss. We're going to get a big win against our rivals at home today. Isaiah's feeling pretty good. A lot of people doubted his move to the Cleveland Browns at the start of the season, but if you ask me, things are paying off. Now, Bofelli had a good game, no passing touchdowns. Isaiah gets 3 rushing touchdowns on the ground, 234 yards. That is a grown man game. And in the air, over 100 yards receiving. I told you guys, the dream for 2,000 yards rushing and 1,000 yards receiving in the same season just might happen. So if you enjoyed this episode, make sure to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you on the very next video.